Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, into the action we go on this Monday, October 6th, 2014. Markets right now are basically flat to slightly negative. We have the Dow down 30 points, NASDAQ down 16, S&P down 3. Markets opened higher today and quickly sold off. This is basically because of the dollar-yen as well as the dollar decline. If you take a look at the dollar today, and let's look at the UUP, look at this beautiful decline on it today. I mean, really just an absolute beauty, as we've seen it fall from a gap down into the 200 moving average. What you're looking at here is the UUP, which is the dollar ETF. So if you ever want to know what the dollar is doing, just to bring up the UUP, and you can see it again. If you look at the daily chart, it kind of was a no-brainer. It was going to pull back. In fact, we just launched our options. We just launched our options service here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Guess what my first trade was, guys? Guess what? It was buying puts on the dollar on Friday when we were at the highs. Guess how much we're up on that trade today? One day. So we entered it Friday. Today, we're already up 30% on the trade. That is freaking sick. And that just shows you the power of knowing how to read the charts, then utilizing options to make you money. So if you're interested, come join us here, guys. I mean, just like that, 30% in a day as we see the dollar come down here. I actually think the dollar has more downside to it. We should see it continue down, but nonetheless, keep an eye on that, and we'll watch it very, very closely here. A couple other situations going on here. Number one, let's take a look at the FXE, which is the euro. The euro is having a very strong bounce, and again, I have options on the euro as well, and that's paying off handsomely to boot. So nice move on the euro as it's bouncing up. If we take a look at the dollar-yen quickly here, dollar-yen had a big pop on Friday on the jobs data, now reversing beautifully today to the downside. You might actually, I don't think you'll get a full reversal candle, but it's pretty darn close. And with such a drastic move up in the dollar-yen, you got to figure you're going to come down here and probably take out the 20 moving average in the short term, and maybe even head a little bit higher. All right, so that's what we have going on there, guys. Take a look at the commodities. Commodities are bouncing. Some of my favorites are having rocket ship days. Take a look at the SGG, which is sugar today, up 3.5% or $1.52. In the research center, which is more for swing traders, those that don't do options, we are up here beautifully on this trade. And again, we are long SGG, which is the ETF for sugar, and that's a beauty. Take a look at corn today. Corn up 48 cents, over 2%. Look at that bounce today on corn as it's just continuing to rip up here on that chart as well. Gold today, look at that, up $1.47. Great move on gold. And silver, the SLV, having a monster day as well, up 46 cents or about 2.83%. So commodity massive rally. I'm capturing a majority of this because, again, we positioned ourselves appropriately if you're in the research center, if you're in the options service, and that is what we want to see. All right, a couple other things here on the charts to go over. First of all, take a look at Apple today. Apple is basically having a pause day here. Facebook, and we're just going to go over some of the bigger stocks here. Facebook also a pause day. Let me flip over to the intraday chart, and I want to take a look at some potential trades. All right, so Facebook's hovering up here. A lot of resistance up here. A little bit of intraday bullish, but it doesn't mean too much to me in the scheme of things. And if we go to the spiders, you can see where that intraday bullish is coming from on Facebook because the spiders are making that same sort of interesting consolidation. Now, my estimates on what the market are going to do. A lot of people are asking, what does this mean? How's this going to play out? Are we going to see more downside? Are we going to see more upside? You could see a little bit of short-term upside, but it will give way to selling very, very quickly. All right, if you look at what's going on globally, there's just too much negativity out there right now to keep the U.S. markets up much longer. Doesn't mean they can't float it up on light volume like today, 73.7 million here with about 2 hours, under 2 hours left in the trading day. But based on everything I'm seeing, it doesn't look like they'll be able to keep the markets up for too much longer. So we'll be watching that very, very closely. Okay, couple other things to look at here. Let me just kind of scan through a couple different charts here. Number one, let's go to U.S. Steel and look at a lot of these commodities. This play is still down a little bit, but it should bounce over the next few days. But take a look at Yamana Gold, basically back to the flat line. SLW, which is silver wheat and a silver play. All these plays are getting big bounces. It's interesting, the oil plays are still under some pressure because oil's under pressure, but you can see even Chevron's gone green. If we look at the USO here, take a look at the USO. It initially had a big flush, and now now it's reversed. One of my favorite drillers is this play right here, guys, Cedro. And again, you might say, well, how come? Well, basically because it's been beaten down so badly that it's just due for a technical bounce. I mean, look at this drop here. And again, you are getting a nice little reversal of the Friday down move. I'd like to see this close above 25 today. If it does, I think you get to 27 by Friday. So keep that on your radar, folks. And again, pretty impressive stuff going on here. And again, there's options to be played here as well as the stock if you want to. But again, SDRL is one of my favorites. Another one is SWN. We played the options on this last week, made about 22% in a few days. That's having a nice little boost on this as well. So there's some big things going on here on the charts, and it's definitely up to us to continue to kind of analyze the charts and bring our members and trade setups and trades that we're taking that are high percentage winners. And that's what we're doing here. And again, folks, if you want to get options alerts, the options alerts are there for us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. If you want Research Center, which comes with videos, analysis, as well as swing trade alerts, it's there for you as well. So it's really up to you what you want. It's all here. We offer it. We give you guys the power to really compete with the institutions and ultimately beat the institutions who are really raping the average investor. Okay, so that's what we have going on there, guys. And again, I'm going to get going because there's too much action here going on. I see some other trades I want to get to. But come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and we will see you soon making money.